This chart here represents what is called the historical movement of the capital market from 1950, 1960, 1970, 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010, and up to 2018. The year 2019 is still running. It shows, it's called the Andex Chart. Here it shows how the markets have moved during this period of time. You can see for yourself that these various lines which are shown in orange, in red, in green, in blue, in purple, they all seem to be going up and down consistently. However, there is one common thread in them, and that is they all are moving diagonally upwards. There have been times when they go down, which is very frequent. That is called volatility. So they go up and down, as a matter of fact, every day. They must be going up and down at least 100 times up and 100 times down. However, where they move is upwards. And this can be seen by all these lines. This is the orange line going up. This is the red line which is going up. This is the green line going up. And this is the blue line going up. And this is the purple line going up. So in the long run, you will always find that your money will increase in growth. You will always find that the market goes up and down. This is clearly shown by this bottom part, where I have shown that I've likened your portfolio to a boat. So if you put a boat on the lake, let's say you put the boat on Lake Ontario, then the movement of that boat is depicted by this green water, and the boat is on top. And I've written out here that this boat is moving based on the wind velocity, which is shown by this orange wiggly line. Here, it's moving at the rate of 5 knots per day. And that is the wind velocity. When it hits the sails, it moves like that. Then on top of that, I've shown the ocean. Here I've shown large waves going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. However, I've shown here the same boat on top of the ocean, at the bottom, at the top, at the bottom, at the top, at the bottom, and rarely has been there been a case where this particular movement has resulted in the boat toppling over. Because just like a roller coaster, the roller coaster goes up very slowly and comes down very fast, and then goes up very slowly and comes down very fast. Similarly, the ocean also moves up and moves down. And these waves keep on rolling till they hit the shore, where they obliterate totally into the sand. So unless you hit the shore, these waves are a constant motion. Just like the air waves, or let's say music waves, they all move up and down, up and down, up and down until they're obliterated. So what I'm trying to show in the bottom part is, if you put your money into a very slow growing investment, you will get a small growth. And that can be shown by the GICs and the money market investments and the bonds and the fixed income investments which you generally choose here, just to show people that your money is not going to go through volatility. But my showing you the top portion, which is the ocean, where the money is moving at the rate of 20 kilometers per day, knots per day, I'm trying to show you that money has to move in order to create growth. So if you're thinking that money has value, in my personal opinion, over so many years of doing investment work, is money actually has no value. It is just like paper sitting at in your hip pocket. Unless you use money, unless you apply money, it has absolutely no value. So allow your money, which is not being used by you, to grow in your portfolio based on the ocean current, or something like in a roller coaster. Allow the money to go up, allow the money to go down, but ultimately you will find that it is growing up, like shown in the chart in these various lines I've drawn here. Now, this chart is available with most financial advisors, and they'll be able to explain more clearly about what these lines mean. But in a nutshell, I'll tell you, in 1950, if a person put $100 into his mutual fund. That mutual fund would have given him either $1,000 or $3,000 or $6,000 or $13,000 or $50,000 or $61,000 or $85,000 or $790,000 or $1 million. Just one single investment of $100. But that's a long period of time. From 1950 to 2018 is exactly 68 years. We don't have such a long life. We have 40 years of life. So if you cut it into your lifespan, you will find how much growth you can get. And it is all a question of what choice you make of your investment. So my only explanation to your investment and retirement planning is try to get the maximum growth, because this is the only time you will have. You don't have much time before you finally retire at the age of 65. Here in this gray line I've shown here is money lost by inflation. Every year the government of Canada brings out what is called the CPI, Consumer Price Index. That shows how much money you require to buy the same item. If the item has gone up by, let's say, 2%, that means the inflation is 2%. So here the money, the purchasing power of the money keeps on decreasing based on the consumer price index. In Canada it is roughly 2% or 2.2%. And if you add the core inflation, which includes energy and food, you'll find it going up to about 3.5%. So this amount of money is automatically being reduced if you do not invest your money. So this chart is called the Andex chart. It shows you how your money can be invested. Either you can be hugging this line of inflation, or you can go up and earn much more. So that is part of my explanation about this Andex chart.